Hello, Prevent-A-Thon 7. My name is ProPokeNoob, and today I am joined by two staff members. Focus, who is part of the tech staff, and Ad127 or 129, who's part of the social staff. How are you both doing today?
I'm doing good.
I'm pretty good. It's Thursday as of the time of recording, so you can only have so much fun on a Thursday, but we'll enjoy ourselves anyway.
You are right. There aren't a lot of things that rhyme with Thursday, so it's kind of the, Wednesday's joked on, but Thursday just has, it's there. It's
They
a day
all
that
end
just
with
kind of
day.
exists.
What are you talking
It's
about?
true. It's true. It's longer too. It's a pain. Nonetheless, we're here to talk about your roles in making Prevent-A-Thon a spectacular marathon. And I hear that this is potentially one of your first, if not your first, show on the rodeo of this place.
Yeah, this is my first time working for Prevent-A-Thon. I have been a staff member or a permanent volunteer at previous events, Speed Stuff for Charity, Fastest Furs, but this is my first time being part of Prevent-A-Thon, so I'm very happy to have landed the role, and I'm very happy to sort of do the same thing I do for work, which is tech support. It's quite funny how that ends out, but, we take it.
Yeah, at least for me, I participated in Prevent-A-Thon 5 with 2 runs of Banjo-Tooie and G-Force, and that was pretty much all I did. And then I unfortunately wasn't able to participate in Prevent-A-Thon 6, but I've applied for the social staff, and I am very happy to be a part of the social staff. And this is my first time being staff for Prevent-A-Thon, and at least like going into Prevent-A-Thon 7. So yeah, I've been staff for a couple events before, but I'm excited to throw my skills in the ring this time around.
Glad to hear you're both super excited about this. And I think it goes without saying that at every, at least online charity marathon that I've watched or been a part of myself, it is always the people working in the back who are making the show as spectacular and are always deserving of the praise and of the amount of effort going in to make sure that the show is running smoothly, as if nothing is collapsing in the back. We hide that pretty well. So why don't you both give me a quick rundown of sort of your primary responsibilities that you're going to be going with? We'll start with Focus, with tech staff. For those who may not know anything about different parts of the teams that go behind running an online marathon like this, what sorts of roles are you covering or assisting with?
Well, the major thing I'm going to be doing is going to be the tech support on call, if you will, during the first few days of the event. Unfortunately, by the time that I joined, I already had stuff scheduled for the weekend part of the event, but I've taken off time from work in order to help out with the days that no one wants to help out with, which is Thursday and Friday. And so I'm mainly going to be the days. It's true. It's just true. It's a weekday. It's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm going to be the person if something goes wrong, or um, if there is essentially an emergency or something that needs to be fixed in a pinch, I will be that person. I will be overviewing the sort of, just sort of being there, making sure if any support is needed, whether it be for helping with restreaming or an issue with changing titles on Twitch or any of those sorts of things, an issue with a stream from a runner or from a difficulty with or stuff that involves the restreamer. I'm not the restreamer directly, but the restreamer is under my purveyance, if you will. And that will be the major thing that I will be helping out with. I will also be helping out with filling out for anyone who needs to do tech checks in the coming days. So leading up to the event, I'll just be sitting around as sort of hey, if you haven't gotten your tech check done, I can help you do that. So those are the sorts of things that I'm mainly concentrating on for this event.
Definitely an engineer putting hands in all of the toolboxes, which is awesome. And Ad, you're part of the social staff. Now, when you hear socials, I'm sure the first thing that pops into everybody's minds are memes. And I don't want to reduce your role to that. So why don't you flesh out the memes and part of your job here in the marathon?
Of course, yes. My role with the being social staff is I am along with creating memes, just being very engaging on our social medias during the event. other things that I am responsible of will be making sure posts such as charity posts, posts that are call to actions either for bid wars, incentives, things like that to get people donating, and then just in general just making sure that we are active, have a active social presence on all the social medias that we have. That is kind of the main role that we do as social staff. um, Along with that, we also do a lot of background stuff, such as be, make, making sure that the clip tracker, we have a dedicated way of tracking all the clips from all the runs, so that not only we can use them during the event as promotional posts, but also year round when we need to post something, probably promoting for like Prevent-A-Thon 8 in the future, stuff like that. And so a lot of it is more kind of future proofing our posts. And so a lot of the work is kind of that, and then also making sure that we give the volunteers that are doing social media this time around a really safe environment to just be who they are, and just in general making sure they have fun.
That was memes end. I actually I didn't realize there was that much actually going on in the back with having it all organized, but clearly that's why you have the role and I don't. So as everyone can see, it's very important to have all these things running, because it's not about what you have to think about, it's what these two and many others as part of the staff are thinking about for you and making flow. So now I guess for sort of a really more deeper question for you. Why Prevent-A-Thon? Is there something about Prevent-A-Thon or what we're supporting, which is Little Warriors, that kind of connects with you, or something about the environment of working with Prevent-A-Thon staff? Like, is there something that brought both of you to wanting to join and be a part of this initiative?
Do you want to go first? Since I've gone first every
Yeah.
time, it feels only fair to
Yeah, of
let
course.
something else change.
Yeah, at least for me, like I said at the beginning, I've been doing different staff roles for since like 2021 or something. It's been a while. And like at least for that, I for one of the larger positions I stepped down a year ago and had kind of no staff role for at least like 6 months. And after like around February, when all the like applications for staff opened, around then, timeline is not accurate on that. um I was like, I should apply. I worked with Prevent-A-Thon. I really, really love the cause of Little Warriors and just what they do. And so I was like, I want to do something for Prevent-A-Thon, at least in terms of staff stuff. And so I applied for social, since that is currently my strongest volunteer position I've done. Um, and so I applied, and then yeah, luckily I've become one of the staff members, and very much I have enjoyed my whole time getting to know not only staff members who I've been already friends with, such as Cell and just everyone else, but also meeting new faces and getting to just work with them through kind of really like foggy territory for me. And it's been very much easing in, and yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Spectacular. And Focus, what sort of brought you here to want to share your full-time job in a volunteer position at a charity marathon?
Well, sure, I guess that's one way to put it. Although I'm not the AV team, I work with supercomputing. So if we get a
Oh.
video server like one of
Ooh.
those, that'd be like like an RTMP. Hey, if you have any in the chat, feel free to donate to us. But um uh I actually heard of this event first through Cell, who I worked with at on games committee with at Fast Pace Events for
Mhm.
one of their recent marathons. And I at the time I was no longer staff on any previous marathons I worked on. I had moved on, and I decided I think this would be a nice place to get started. Obviously, the cause is a very personal and important one to me, given my unfortunate previous history of having been a victim in a similar circumstance in my youth. And so being able to assist others in preventing them from, or, assisting, not necessarily, allowing them to go through the same hardships that I did, and allowing them to regain their self-confidence and their passion for life quicker than I did, is a really important factor in all this for me. I personally believe that the cause was really, once I learned more about it and looked more into it, the cause was something that really attached me to this marathon, and it's something that I hope I can help support for a long time coming. I'm happy to be a member of tech staff, because even though it's a field I didn't think I honestly would have anything to do with, it's so funny given I have no computer science background, I have nothing like that, and so I'm just sort of surfing on my ability to believe and my willingness to learn. So we'll see how far that goes in this event, but I'm hoping when the next event comes around, I'll feel more confident about my abilities to assist in this department, as well as be able to book out all the time to support every single day.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us and showing the dedication and wanting to be a part of an initiative such as this. You and Ad and everyone else in the staff is going to be making sure that we can do our best to raise as much as we can to make this work and to make this a spectacular marathon. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me. Good luck with your roles. It seems like Cell is the great unifier and the inevitable. And that's going to do it for us here. I hope the rest of you and Focus and Ad and everybody else has a wonderful time at the marathon.